We saw Chris Minns on Friday as well as on Sunday with my colleague Kieran Gilbert on Sunday Agenda. On Friday he said, you know, it's disgusting comments, and what it does is unleash ghouls on the likes of you. Has that happened?
You know, sadly it has. I mean, my office has had repeated calls from people making offensive remarks. We've had to report a number of people to the police. Police have arrested people. My social medias are flooded with really graphic homophobic attacks. So Mr Minns, the new Premier, is absolutely right that Latham has unleashed the ghouls. But he's been doing this to the LGBT community for quite a while. I mean, we only need to see those scenes in Belfield where we've got some 500 thugs who had been whipped up into a violent frenzy, targeting some 12 peaceful queer activists.
Do you think he is homophobic at the heart of things? He's just masked it for some time?
Look, I can't even begin to understand Mr Latham. What motivates someone to say something in such a homophobic, sexualised way about a colleague who although we disagree all the time, we've always managed to have a fairly robust and respectful dialogue with each other. So I'm not sure what has happened there. All I know is, you know, this has been an unfortunate distraction in a week of New South Wales politics. This is not the sort of stuff I want to be talking about.
No.
I want to be talking about further LGBTQI+ reforms. And I know the new Premier wants to be talking about his mandate to deliver for the people of New South Wales. So I think it's important that we sideline Mr Latham, that we focus on the reforms ahead of us, but we also need to call it out and obviously look at what actions we can take to make sure that he's not able to continue to make these attacks on other people.
OK, that is fair enough, but well done for not just sweeping it under the carpet, because these things, I think, do need to be ventilated when you see that kind of comment made. We've seen Chris Minns. We also just heard from David Littleproud, the Nationals leader at a federal level, saying it's just, you know, beyond the beyond. We also heard from Pauline Hanson, who said it was disgusting, as she called on Mark Latham to apologise. He didn't do that. What do you think she should do next?
Look, I don't understand how the One Nation party operates. I do know that my office, for the first time ever, has been contacted by One Nation supporters and voters, expressing their outrage at Mr Latham and expressing their support for me. Clearly, this, you know, the party that Mr Latham represents in our upper house is named after Pauline Hanson. Surely, if she is so outraged and disgusted by his vile homophobic remarks, she's going to need to take action to protect her own name.
Well, but
you know,
he's just been elected, Alex, though, for another 8 years. So he stays there in Parliament no matter what, doesn't he?
And you know, I would also look to the members of One Nation in New South Wales who are likely going to join him there, those being Tanya Mahalik and Rod Roberts, to look at whether they have him as their leader or not.
What have they said? Because from my perspective, it's been radio silence, hasn't it?
Yeah, look, I haven't heard anything. You know, Rod and Tanya are decent people. I'm sure that they are absolutely outraged and disgusted by the comments that Mr Latham made. And I think that the wider thing is here, Mr Latham probably needs to work out whether the New South Wales upper house is an appropriate workplace for him. I mean, it's quite clear he's going to be sidelined. It's quite clear the pressure of the office is manifesting in quite profoundly weird ways for him. So, you know, I hope he takes time to reflect on his position in the New South Wales upper house. The New South Wales Parliament should be a place where we work together, have robust debate and deliver on outcomes for the people of New South Wales, not a place where we engage in personalised, homophobic, sexualised attacks on one another.
Just one final quick one, Alex. I contacted Twitter. They said after a review of available information, it's their view that he hasn't broken or breached any policies, including safety policies. What do you have to say to that?
Well, look, I think if you just have a look at the responses I've received on Twitter from his followers, from his supporters, and indeed his ongoing homophobic and transphobic diatribe, he has created a safety risk for the LGBT community right across Australia. We know that violent attacks, particularly on the trans community, are up. We know that the health and well-being of the LGBT community has been under attack, and statements like the ones Mr Latham has made on platforms like Twitter certainly contribute to that.
Alex Greenwich, good to talk to you this morning. Hopefully we talk a bit of policy next time we have you on the program. Thanks so much.
Anytime, Laura. Thank you.